Mary,
Hey everyone, Amanda here. So I haven't been able to do VA or voice acting videos. So if you have suggestions or scripts, just let me know. I'll try to do them if I have time. Just letting you know that I recently got hooked with playing this game called Obey Me since the 12th, no, the 14th of December, and I was one of the earlier members of the Obey Me subreddit, and I just saw from I guess a couple of newbies repeat like some questions, and I figured like why not make a quick guide, or maybe include like tips for beginners as well. So yeah, if you feel like this video, if you think it's quite helpful for you as a beginner, just make sure to click the thumbs up button and subscribe. So for the basic user interface, as you can see, we have Leviathan here, or Levi-chan, however you want to call him. He's actually my favorite character, by the way. So yes, so we have this opening page. Basically, we have some tabs here, or some buttons here that you can press. So we have transfer data, which pretty much is self-explanatory. You have notices, which would be like the messages from the developers, some tips as well. So make sure to read all those. If you click the support button, basically it brings you to this part. You can actually adjust like how you want the game quality to be, and there's actually quite a big difference between these. I normally would just choose high because I want my voice on high quality. Although the downside to that is that it drains your battery, so just make sure to have your charger ready. Bottom right part, you would see this opening scene button. Basically, if you do press that, it plays the promotional video for the game. Cool. So here we have our demon welcoming us. So obviously I have Levi-chan, or Leviathan, and we will be going through each of the icons. Alrighty, so let's get started. Here we have a lot of things going on this page. Basically, if you like move your hand around, like sparkles would follow you. So, or your finger, rather. And if you don't like tap on the demon for a few seconds, or if you've been inactive, they would say those sorts of dialogue. So it's actually called an inactive voice, which we will go through later on. I guess first I'd like to run you through Magilish here on the bottom left. So Magilish is like the stylish store of sorts for demons, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And here on our homepage, you can use that or go to Magilish to change the demon on your home screen. So you can actually freely choose like which demon brother you would love to have on your home screen. I normally would have Leviathan on mine. You can choose to like zoom in or zoom out on that particular demon just to have a better look at them. In this page, you can also change what the demon is wearing. You can also change the background. These are the two default backgrounds. The other ones you actually would have to unlock through the Devil's Tree. And you would need a particular card for that. So for example, this is the one card I really want to have. But since I don't have the Living the Dream card, I need to either get the card or get the card pieces. It will just bring you to like whichever nightmare would drop that card. For the card pieces, normally that would be from Chapter G. So I only have 15 out of 50. slowly but surely getting there. What else? Oh yeah, just going back here, you can unlock their clothes through the cards in the devil tree, similar to wallpapers. I'm actually aiming to get Leviathan's demon look. For the demon look, it's normally obtainable through exchanging ravens, which can be seen in Akazon. So there are various of things that you can exchange ravens for, but my tip for you is to save up your ravens for the demon look, because it's pretty hard to like get that. Anyway, basically like almost everything I think is obtainable from cards on this page in the Magilish portion of the home page. Hey, okay, and then you can also have some voices or some voice acting lines unlocked. So I'm not sure, I forgot which part or which card has this, but yes, our resident otaku is talking about late night anime. What else is new? Aside from all of those nifty things that you can change for your homepage look, you can also have a look at the Demon Brothers profiles, so you can zoom in and zoom out on that. You can also see various details like the name of the character, their VA, birthday, etc, etc. So you can see that for like everyone. There's this nifty button here on the right, which is pretty much like a shortcut to all of the other parts of the game or the app. Alright, so since this game has you know, phone and messaging systems in it, let's have a look at that. So it's actually said, or maybe I read it somewhere, I forgot, that the messages that you receive would depend on the intimacy that you have with the particular demon brother. So I am not quite sure on that. I don't think it has been confirmed officially. But some of the messages that would pop up actually would be related to which part you are at in the main story or which lesson you're at. So don't read everything here. You might see some spoilers. But anyway, the ones with the eyes would actually mean that you are just able to view the message, but you're not able to reply. So it's like you're spying on their chat rooms. And yeah, so under the chat tab, or I guess part of the app, you can choose to view like the intimacy levels for each of the demon brothers, and once you're done looking at that, you can just go back to home, or you can use the shortcut here. And normally they would welcome you back. So for the phone one, so similar to the chat, it's not necessarily something that would affect, well, your answers there won't necessarily affect how the story would go, but it's definitely interesting trying things out, which you can do, by the way. Just seeing like how they would react to whichever option that you would choose. So unlike Mystic Messenger, you're actually not able to like call them at particular times. So it's like, we'll call you, don't call us, unfortunately. But you can repeat like the calls, and then you can try the other options, as I mentioned. Some of the other things that we can go through. So every, if I'm not mistaken, it's every 8 hours, either 8 hours or 12 hours. But I remember this bubble showing like 4 a.m. Yes, I was awake 4 a.m. and then again at 12 noon. So if you click that, it would take you to a interaction with that particular character. So normally guest interactions would happen after a dance battle, but this time around, yeah, every few hours, like you would get a chance to interact with them. Now, there are actually like some combos on how to interact with these, just to ensure that you would get like a gift from them, and that would ensure that your intimacy with that particular demon would also be raised. But I forgot, really. Look at that blushing levy. Okay. I don't have his food, do I? If I'm not mistaken, like doing a head tap or head rub would work for this cute otaku. Oh, I guess head tap is not working. Maybe a head rub. And then another one. No, I'm wrong. But it should still increase the intimacy for a bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And we're done with the leftmost part. Let's just quickly look at the ones at the top. So we have the level here. It shows us like how far off we are from the next level, how much EXP we need. And then AP, the one with the lightning part. And then Grim is like the in-game currency, and then the devil points is a mix of in-game currency as well as, you know, the money, the real world money that or rather the currency that you can get using real world money or real life money. What the heck? Okay. But you can actually also get this through doing various tasks in the to-do list. So let's have a quick look. So I just clicked to do, and we have various missions here. So the first tab is the daily tab, the daily missions, or the dailies as I call it. Here we have various tasks, and then if you complete 3, you would be able to get 3 devil points. So make sure to do this daily. You would get up to 18 devil points per day. For total, so this would actually be varying from like the battles that you would win to the cards that you would obtain. For the others, so login points, raising your levels. So for the first one, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just need to finish the particular tasks. For the cards, yeah, Devilgram, etc. Logging in. Now what I would do to get more devil points, especially during events, is to have a look at each of these and then check like which particular mission would require, or would actually give out rather, a devil point as a reward. So for example, it says here that I would get 10 DP if I would get or summon more nightmare cards using Grim. So that's something to look out for. Under the demon tab, we have each of the demon brothers and all the tasks related to that person or that demon. Yeah, so just make sure to actively look at these. And what I would do is I would like switch out between demon brothers in the various stages of the game, just so I could get to complete these tasks as well. Fridge mission, self-explanatory. It's basically free AP, 30 of them actually, at any time between 12 to 2 and then 6 to 8. Oh my gosh, it's like simple addition. And then charge missions, the first one just ended, so basically it says like give us money and then we'll give you some cards. So happy I got Saturn's and Levy's cards. Okay, so for the next one, we have our mail icon right about here. So this is where we usually would be getting presents, or this is where we can look up some notices that were posted by the developers. Okay, so you can just conveniently click collect all presents so that you can collect those. Thank you, Lucifer. Okay, now what else? So Akazon, I think we've briefly talked about this. So basically this is like their in-game store, so you can buy demon looks, nightmare, glow sticks, and surprise guest items, either by exchanging ravens or by using devil points. And you can also buy devil points using real world money, and every once in a while there would be like special packages that would be offered. Personally, I feel that it's better to watch out for those leveling up AP package and devil point package when you actually run out of AP or when you level up. So okay, after that we have the jobs icon, or the colon D jobs part. So initially you'll just be seeing the first few locations where you can put some demons to work part-time. So each location would have different durations to finish, and you'll also be able to put up to 2 per location. So this time around I've put Satan and Mammon at Restaurant 6 and then Beal at the Mausoleum. They're actually not the most compatible for that particular location, but I'm doing this just to help increase the intimacy. So before you can unlock those, you need to actually finish like 20 or so for each location, so they have their own requirements. You can check it out in the fandom wiki. The next one is the Devilgram app. So it's similar to Instagram. You can see various photos, and then they actually have like stories within those. So for each of these, you actually need to have the required card or cards and intimacy levels to unlock the stories. And to unlock the stories, aside from the cards, the intimacy, you also would be needing story keys. So what I do here is I actually mark, I filter it just to show the cards that I own, and then I put a favorite on those that I have completed the requirements for. Because once you do that, just like this one, once you do that, it's gonna be easier to go to favorites, and then you can just quickly review them or unlock the ones. So I just need one more to unlock this one. So instead of buying story keys, it's actually better to just unlock particular card levels or ranks or stars, because each of the stars, let's say this one, so each star that you would get would also give you one story key. Aside from that, you can also get a story key from the to-do tasks. On your dailies. Here, every time you summon a card in Nightmare. Okay, so the next one would be the schedule subgroup or subfolders. So we actually have the events, or well, the event icons, as well as the ones that ended, I think the special sale packages would also show up here. And then we have the icons for the actual events. So we have the gacha event or the card pull event, and we have whichever event they put out. So this time around the event is the baddies we're all bad here event. I think there should be like a separate video for this because it's a little bit more complicated, but to make things easy, basically you just need cheat cards which you can get from Nightmare. The first pull is free, but then the succeeding ones are actually gonna be expensive, so make sure to save up DBs before an event. So after that, let's see, once we enter, you can actually find different levels, so you need to unlock all those. From what I've observed, you actually need to at least get 3 stars for each level, so that the base number of hearts that you will get will be higher. So similar to the regular battles or the story mode battles, you can also do quick clears once you're done with these, but I would suggest for you to do a bit of battles manually, just so you can meet the required number of surprise guests for the daily. So so this time around I'll just do a quick clear one. So you can see here that my base number of roses or hearts, whatever this is actually 192, and I have plus 72 up because I have cheat cards. Unfortunately, that's not enough to get me to the top 500. So for each event, you'll also see like the ranking, the pop quiz rewards, the ranking rewards, and the ranking itself. So it shows us how many we've collected, the rank we're at, and like the prizes for the number of whichever collection item that is. Yeah, it also explains it right over there. So yeah, you can get like these card fragments so that you can form a card, and then for the ranking rewards, the rewards would vary depending on obviously which rank you're at. Oh gosh, really want this one. The next part is the contacts card, or the contacts app rather, where you can see all the cards that you have. So demon cards normally are the main cards that you use for battle. They are the ones whose chibis would be seen in each stage, and then the memory cards are like support cards. They add a bit of stat to your demon cards. So we also have the fragments or the card pieces, and once you have accumulated the required number of card fragments, you can combine a card. So I believe this is one of the tasks for newbies, so you can just combine that. Unfortunately, currently there's no way for us to like discard the extra card pieces or fragments, so that's quite sad. So I usually just leave them like that so that I won't spend grims. Anyway, and you can also edit your teams here. So you can only have like one demon at a time, or not the same demon. So for example, I've already chosen Beal. If I choose Beal for the second slot, it'll give me a warning. So from here you can see that you can enlarge the photo and download it. You can also level it up here by spending grims, or you can progress your devil's tree by unlocking each part. So each of these items are actually obtainable through stages. So let's try unlocking that. So you would notice that there have been like changes to this one. So if your card is a UR or ultra rare, uber rare, and I'm not sure if it's ultra or uber, it means that the potential for that to level up also goes up. So it goes up to level 50 or 70, I think. Yeah, 70. Oh, 100. I don't have that much money. Anyway. Yeah. So unlocking the devil flower would also unlock like a second version of the card. So for example, because I haven't unlocked any devil flowers for SSRs or URs. Let's just have a look at this as an example. Oh, sorry, I think it's in the nightmare part. Here. So this is like the locked version and the unlocked version. So you would see various, like a second version of that card. Okay, so a lot of things can be said about cards and strengthening them and leveling them up, using them for battles. I'm thinking of making like another video for that. So the cool thing about this one is if you do a 10 times roll or pull, let's try it for chapter G. So it's for 27k. If you don't press anything, if you just let it do its own thing, you can actually have a preview of what sort of card you'll get. So the white normally are normal cards. The blue ones are SRs, I think. Yeah. So SR, then the next one would be a piece. So greens normally would be a card piece or gems. And then normal cards. A few more normal cards. Let's see, there we go. Ooh, a new card. Yeah, it's pretty nifty. The last icon that we have would be this one, your tasks. So here we actually have the normal and the hard version. And then you can go through each tasks, and the musical note would mean that it's going to be a dance battle, and then the books would mean that it's going to be in story mode. So you can switch from normal to hard by clicking this bottom left button, and then you can switch which lessons you want to go to by pressing this book or clicking that book one. So currently the tasks are only up to lesson 16. So I guess that's that for now. I hope that helped you out with the game, especially if you're a beginner. If you have questions, feel free to ask me via comments. Yeah, and if you really found this video to be helpful, please leave a thumbs up, or you can feel free to subscribe. Thank you guys.
嘘だろ。アプリ復活させてやるからありがたく思え。僕とソロモンとは七王の絆で結ばれてるから。